So today's video comes from a coaching call that I had this evening with one of my clients. And what we were discussing is his family members and their development of cancer. And what I've learned through speaking with my clients as well as through my own life experiences is that often people develop these chronic ailments which don't just affect the individual but the whole family and community. And they often stem from repressed emotion, not dealing with balance in life, running through the paces, and not being in alignment with oneself. We often aren't taught very well about how to take good self-care, how to honor our feelings, to seek out things that make us happy. And instead we just run through the paces and think that by just eating well and exercising that we're doing our body the best service that we can. But we're whole beings with many components, and we do need to touch on a variety of these things in the wheel, or the spectrum that I like to call it. And there is a little bit of stigma around the emotional piece, but we're human. We have all kinds of feelings and emotions, and it's so important that we connect to them because they affect us more deeply than anything. If we don't know how to express our anger in a healthy way and we stuff it in and we're sitting on the bus. Actually, this is a great example. So I'm sitting on the bus and there's an individual who comes and sits beside me and leaves me very little space, and I'm kind of like crunched in. And years ago, I would just sit there riding up the hill, incredibly uncomfortable, and fester inside that that's not what I wanted. And a lot of people will do this. That's just one example. But now I'll just gracefully get up and find my space in the bus and carry on with my day. So this is a small example of how different ranges of emotions can affect us. So it's just a little bit of anger. But if we allow that situation to continue to happen, or situations like that, and then we try to carry on with the difficulties of the challenges of life and taking care of ourselves, and we don't really address them, it builds up inside. So if we have unhealthy relationships, if we're dealing with a really stressful work environment and we don't talk it out or learn modalities about how to move through these circumstances, then they build on one another. And eventually we get to a place where we simply can't handle it in our body anymore. And we break down in a physical sense. So we start developing digestive issues, immune-based problems, but these things take time. And so I think that's why people are so disconnected in that sense. They go, oh, like, I just got sick. Well, when we actually break down the layers of why that might have happened, there's much more to the story. And often there's an emotional piece that these traumas that happen in people's life, or not living in alignment, can lead us to have emotional and physical health challenges. And so that's why I'm so passionate about the work that I do, because I think it's extremely critical that we are able to articulate our feelings, to stand up in the world and appear as ourselves, and to really have clear thinking around our thought processes, and to recognize our emotions in the moment and know how to move with them and through them. So I just wanted to speak to that tonight, and to inspire you all to be a little more conscious about how you're living your day-to-day and what thoughts and feelings are appearing for you in the moment.